A pregnant lady who is going to have a baby tries to run away from a crisis where military is killing people to save resources. She ends up in the middle of the sea. Will she be able to stay alive there all by herself? Let's find out together. So sit back and relax as we dive deep into today's story. The story begins with the news that there isn't enough stuff for everyone because there's a crisis. To address this, they have a plan called Not Enough for All, which involves reducing the population by killing people. Some folks are shown running away in the darkness of night. Most of them are pregnant ladies and kids. Among them is a woman named Mia, along with her husband, Nicole. They're trying to escape to Ireland in a big cargo truck because the government first got rid of all people to say stuff, and now they are targeting pregnant women and kids. Nicole thinks they will be safe in Ireland. Nicole tells Mia that it's not her fault that the government took their daughter, Yuma. Mia is also worried because she hasn't felt the baby kicking for a while. Nicole gently presses her belly at a specific spot, and she feels the baby kicking. He reassures her that his love for her grows every day, and they will be safe. Suddenly, the truck stops, and the gate opens. A lot of people start getting on the truck, and it gets filled. The owner of the truck says that there's another truck for those people, and they start to get off. In the confusion, Nicole is pushed out and ends up with the other group of people. Mia protests, saying Nicole is with her, but they close the truck door. Mia calls him, and Nicole tells her to stay calm. He assures her that they are going to the same place in separate trucks and that they will reunite soon. Mia's truck comes to a military checkpoint. The military checks the truck, but they can't find anyone because the truck is divided into two parts, and the women and children are hidden deep inside. One of the military men suspects something is wrong and promises not to harm anyone if they're hiding. But suddenly, a girl opens the door and they shoot everyone inside. Fortunately, Mia manages to hide by climbing on top of a container. When they leave, she gets down and sends a voice message to Nicole to update him about what happened. She tries to call him, but he doesn't answer. Her container is loaded onto a cargo ship, and she finds some supplies like clothes, a flashlight, and food left by the people who were killed. Suddenly, a storm hits the ship, and her container starts falling into the sea. She shouts for help, but no one hears her. She loses consciousness for a while due to the container's intense jerking as it falls. When she wakes up and looks out through holes in the container, she realizes she's in the middle of the sea with water all around. Some water has also gotten inside the container. She rushes back to her phone, but it's broken and the lock is stuck. She tries to use another phone left by the murdered people, but it's locked with a PIN code. Inside the container, Mia finds various items, including Tupperware, earphones, flat-screen TVs, vodka, hoodies, a drill, some tape, and a penknife. She uses the tape to seal some of the holes in the container to prevent water from getting inside. Mia also marks a point inside the container to know how high the water can go before it becomes dangerous. She tries to call for help again, but there's still a lack of signal. Suddenly, she receives a call from Nicole. He apologizes for not being able to call earlier due to a dead battery and asks her where she is on the ship. Mia tells him that she's not on the ship, but floating in the middle of the sea. Nicole reassures her that he is coming for her and promises to save her, urging her to hang on for herself and the baby. He reminds her that what happened to Yuma was not her fault. Mia starts having labor pains that night. In the midst of a sea storm, Mia goes into labor. Her water breaks, and she gives birth to her baby all alone. She saves the placenta and cord in a box. At first, the baby has trouble feeding on her milk, but with persistence and Mia eating more herself, the baby finally begins to suckle. However, their supplies, especially food, are running dangerously low, and Mia needs to eat to ensure the baby's survival. Mia uses a drill to create holes in the container's roof bit by bit, but the drill eventually stops working. So, she resorts to using a penknife to cut through the roof to let in more sunlight and dig a hole big enough for them to get on the roof. As supplies run out, she even has to eat the placenta to survive. However, her penknife eventually breaks, and the roof isn't fully cut yet. She's running out of water, and the seawater is undrinkable until it finally rains, allowing her to collect some drinkable water. In her dreams, she sees her daughter Yuma and her husband Nicole, who are consoling her. Mia awakes and gets an idea and uses a belt to pull open the partially cut roof, giving her and the baby access to the container's roof. She introduces her baby to the sun and sea, and her baby seems happy. She throws a used diaper in the sea and fishes gather around it. She tries to catch fish by using a makeshift fishing rod but fails. She spots an airplane in the sky and tries to signal it using a mirror. In the process, she accidentally cuts her leg and sews the wound herself. She creates a net using available wires and catches some fish, which she uses for food. However, inside the container, the water level gradually rises. She emotionally shares stories with her baby daughter, including her past life as a teacher and her family. She tells her that Nicole, her father, had a store that he had to shut down due to a lack of supplies. She names her daughter No on her grandma's name and tells her they will survive and reach the shore at any cost. Mia recalls how Yuma was taken from her by the military regime. They had to stay inside, but Yuma wanted to go out, because a little girl can't be locked up inside for long. One day she took her out, which led to the military taking her away from her. Back to the present moment, to keep No warm, she lights a fire. She receives a call from Nicole, who informs her that he won't be able to save her, but she must survive. He tells her that he got shot while trying to escape and wanted to say a final goodbye. Nicole shares his love and encouragement and tells No to snuggle up to her mom when she's not feeling okay. The water reaches the maximum level inside the container, and Mia prepares a raft to escape. She spots a seagull and realizes the shore is nearby. At night, water starts filling the container due to additional holes, and Mia goes inside to check while trying to retrieve a picture of her daughter, Yuma. In the process, her feet get stuck in a belt, and she uses a knife to cut it. Meanwhile, the raft she left her child on floats in the sea. Mia rushes to find her child, who's crying, and a shark is approaching towards her. She rescues her child from the shark and continues to float in the sea with her. They have fish in boxes for food. Mia then ties the raft to her arm. One day, a fishing boat near the shore notices the raft with the baby on it, surrounded by seagulls due to the fish. They bring the raft on board and find Mia when they pull a cord. She's unconscious, and they work to revive her. Finally, she wakes up, asks about her daughter. They give No to her. Mia's eyes light up, and she hugs her baby, giving a wide smile. So this ends our today's story. Did you like the story? Share your opinion in the comments section below. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. See you in the next video.